Welcome back to Dark Cinema Horror, where horror is for life, not just for October. Yes, I have changed the channel name. Yes, we are going to be changing things up. I will go into more detail in the future. But for today, let's get some Alien Trilogy on the screen, because you can't get content claims for stuff like that. And let's talk Alien Romulus. Before I get into that though, if you like this, likes help me out massively. I really would appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new and all that YouTube nonsense. And leave a comment for some description. Anywho, Isabela Merced has been doing the rounds a lot recently with her just being in the new Madam Web film. Have you seen that film? Wish I hadn't, my god, complete waste of time. Although, shameless plug, we're going to have a review of it over on Dark Cinema later this week, link in the description. We're going to be doing lots of things over there that aren't horror film related, TV shows, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, that kind of thing. Anywho, so, this is from Isabela Merced, and I quote, "When we were doing the reshoots, Fede Álvarez gave me the iPad where he watches playback, and he had the movie pulled up. So I told him I wanted to see parts of it, and he showed it to me. I was the one holding the iPad, and there were 10 people around me watching it. So there's a scene that I am in, and they all had to turn away. Not one person stayed looking at the iPad because it was so disgusting." Now, that kind of fills me with a little bit of hope because Alien, our beloved Alien franchise, let's face it, she's been dragged through the dirt over the past few years. So let's kind of talk about it. So, you know what? It actually sounds, I say everything sounds. All right, okay, there's a lot of cool things surrounding this Alien Romulus. Firstly, Fede Álvarez is at the wheel. Now, Don't Breathe, Evil Dead 2013, we're going to completely forget that Don't Breathe 2 ever happened. We're also going to completely forget that Texas Chainsaw 2022 ever happened. You know what? Texas 22 was decent for gore and violence and stuff like that, but yeah, no, it wasn't really for me. But one thing that actually does kind of fill me with a little bit of hope here is that he's actually given, Fede Álvarez is actually been given Ridley Scott's seal of approval. And it's here, and I quote, that he's seen Alvarez's movie, and I think it's fucking great. So, yeah, having Ridley Scott to say your film, your Alien film, is fucking great is a big thumbs up. Also, you've also got to bear in mind that Ridley Scott is also making an Alien film. This whole thing gets convoluted as well, because after, is it Prometheus or Covenant, the 2017 one, there was going to be another Ridley Scott film following immediately after until Disney bought the Fox merger, and then it was going to turn into something completely different. There was going to be TV shows, there was going to be a Ridley Scott film, there was going to be a spin-off film. So much back and forth going on. One was making one wasn't making one. Ridley Scott, Fede Álvarez, Ridley Scott, Fede Álvarez, just like this all the time. Not them personally, but different people and different studio heads just kind of like saying, we're doing this, no, we're not, we're doing this. And now it seems as if we're getting both. And I also think we're getting an Alien TV show, which, yeah, if it's done well, I'm actually on board with. But, look, there's a couple of things I don't to kind of put me on edge about this. So this is just a bit of a brief description of Romulus here. Romulus will center on young people from a distant world. Now, we've seen so many new things like get rebooted with young people. Again, we go to Texas Chainsaw, Walking Dead, World Beyond, just to name a couple. Bringing back old franchises to redo them and do them with young people never really goes that well. It always feels like it's being watered down massively. It doesn't kind of have the feel that the older films did, and God forbid, we, you know, like just make older films and leave them as older films. But if they're actually going to do something interesting with this, like he did with the 2013 Evil Dead, we had young people for the 2022 Texas Chainsaw. I've really got to get the stick out of my ass about that one. Maybe. But anyway, young people from a distant world must face a terrifying life form in the universe. In addition, the cast includes Kaylee Speeney from Bad Times at El Royale, David Johnson from Industry, Archie Renault as Shadow of the Bone, Spike Fern, who I have heard of, from The Batman, and Aileen Wu from Away From Home. And to be fair, this film was due out in about 6 months' time. It's going to be coming out like mid to late August. I think it's around the 25th, 16th to the 25th, around that time. And if the PR and the media for this is going to start ramping up very, very soon, kind of like get your early spring out of the way, and then I think they're going to be trying pushing this for like a late summer blockbuster with it coming out in late August. So, you know, I'm going to get splinters up my arse for how much I'm sat on the fence with this one, because I do like Fede Álvarez's films. If Eli Roth was making an Alien film, oh my god, I'd be all over it. Or if Jordan Peele was making an Alien film, I'd be all over it. But the thing is with Alien, there has not been a good, like a really, really good Alien film since the 80s, since Aliens. Alright, it's like Alien 3, crap, Resurrection was actually, I kind of enjoyed. The 2 prequels, absolutely hated. The AVP films, 2 Requiem, maybe. The first one I absolutely despised. And it's the same with the game space as well. Like Alien Trilogy, which is on screen right now, it's actually a really good game. Resurrection is damn hard. The Alien 3 for the Mega Drive was awful. And then I think it was up until like Alien Isolation was actually a really, really good game. I know there's been a new one since, but the name escapes me. The only other thing that's actually been good in the Alien front in recent years, there was an Audible original about, again, just a ship just being floating through and it getting attacked by these aliens, and it kind of just had that first Alien vibes to it. Now, obviously, it was all audible. It was kind of like Weyland-Yutani all over again. And it was pretty much a copy and paste of the first film. But it was good. It was just an audible form. You just turn off the lights and listen to that and listen to all the alien noise going on around you. It was actually really, really good. I did enjoy that. So, you know what? Whilst Alien has been dragged through the mud over the past few years, I am certainly hoping that Fede Álvarez and Ridley Scott are going to dig it out, because underneath all the shit that we've had over the past few years, there's a damn fine horror franchise in here, a damn fine one. It's been a while since we've been able to see it.